welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And today it's part 2 of our daily conversation look at how to start a conversation.
Ooh.
Yesterday we talked about the weather, we asked if you've eaten. Today we're going to be talking about your weekend. How was your weekend? I know how your weekend was because actually I ran into you, right? Saturday night you were out for dinner in a restaurant and my wife and I went, but I noticed that handsome man that you were with, that wasn't your boyfriend, Rutherford.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, don't tell anybody. I was on a date.
What happened to Rutherford?
I was on a date with someone else.
Really? So you and Rutherford are not a couple anymore?
We are. He doesn't know.
Maybe we should move on with the dialogue.
Oh my gosh,
and you
let's
can tell
talk
me
about
everything
this.
during the break.
Okay.
Okay, how was your weekend? I know yours was fun. Let's find out about some of the characters in our dialogue.
Hey, it's Amanda, right? I've seen you around. You're the new sales representative.
Yeah, and your name's Melanie. How was your weekend?
It was good. I went surfing with my classmates and cleaned up my house. Oh, and I took my dog to the vet.
That's great. Aside from the vet part, is your dog okay?
Yeah, it was nothing serious. He has fleas. How about you?
I don't have fleas.
I mean, how was your weekend?
It was good. I just relaxed at home.
This is me. Nice chatting with you.
You too.
All right, so here we have two friends who meet each other in the elevator. The first sentence says Melanie runs into Amanda in the elevator. Now, runs into could be, we crash into each other, but here they're not crashing into each other, they're just meeting each other. So they're meeting.
Yeah, in a kind of surprising and unexpected way. So that's why Melanie sort of sounds like this. She says, hey, it's Amanda, right? I've seen you around. Oh, so this gives us the idea that they kind of know each other, but maybe they haven't actually met before. They've just seen each other around, seen them in the same place. Yesterday I saw you, today I saw you again, but never had a chance to actually meet. And Melanie says, you're the new sales representative. Okay, so this is at work. They are co-workers, but they've never met. But it seems that Amanda is a new worker at this company. She is the new sales representative.
Okay, so maybe not quite friends yet, but a representative is someone who represents a company or is appearing on behalf of the company, which means that they're showing up and they're saying, hey, I'm from this company, I'm gonna sell you something, so they're part of another company. So I have a sentence for you. At the trade show, Sean acted as a representative of his company. So that means he showed up to the show and he had the sign with the company name and he said, hi, I'm this person from this company and I have some information for you.
Could be, or they just work in the same company. An agent is another similar title to a sales representative. And since it is long, often people will shorten that down to rep.
Sales rep.
A sales rep. That means basically I sell things, I work in the name or on behalf of this company. And yes, that is Amanda's job. She is the new sales rep. So she says,
yeah, and your name's Melanie. How's your weekend?
How was your weekend? So they kind of know each other, but now they are officially meeting for the first time. And to kind of, keep the conversation going, Amanda moves it on to, weekend stuff. What did you do on your weekend? And so Melanie tells her, it was good. I went surfing with my classmates and cleaned up my house. Okay, so she had some fun and she did some odd jobs around the house, some surfing, some cleaning. She adds, and I took my dog to the vet. This is maybe something she almost forgot. Oh, right. I took my dog to the vet.
Oh, so Amanda says, that's great. Aside from the vet part,
Yeah, the
so
dog was
aside
sick.
from the vet, that means everything else was great, but not the vet part. So, is your dog okay?
Yeah, is your dog okay? The vet, of course, the veterinarian, that's the animal doctor. So she wants to know that the dog's not, sick or something. So Melanie explains, yeah, it was nothing serious. There's nothing too bad with my dog, just a small problem. What was the problem? He has fleas.
Oh,
all right. Well, that does happen. Those little bugs that live on the dog's skin and hair, and they make it itch. It's a simple thing to fix, so not a big problem. He has fleas, the dog. He has fleas. Melanie says, how about you? She means, how was your weekend?
Amanda says, I don't have fleas. Amanda's kind of making a joke
here. That is kind of a joke. How about you? How was your weekend? But Amanda's making the joke of, how about you? Do you have fleas?
No, I don't have fleas. Only your dog.
She's hearing this question in a kind of funny way. Melanie's like, I mean, how was your weekend? I wasn't really asking you if you had fleas. What I meant was, how about you? How was your weekend?
And so Amanda says, it was good. I just relaxed at home.
Okay.
So it's a calm weekend.
Good sofa time. Maybe, binge watch some shows on Netflix
Took
or something
a bath.
like that. That's right.
Okay, so now the elevator stops and the door opens.
And Melanie says, this is me, meaning this is my floor. This is where I get off. This is not actually her. She is
herself
here, right? So when something happens, if it could be the stop you need to get off the MRT or the bus at, you might also say the same thing. This is me. This is where I need to get off. This is where I have to go away. So this is me. Nice chatting with you, says Melanie.
So she says, nice talking to you. It was a good conversation. Of course, Amanda says, you too.
There you go. And they did. They had a nice chat. And a chat, it could be a noun or it could be a verb. In either case, we're talking about having a casual, quick, short conversation, small talk. When you make small talk with a person, you are chatting with that person. And you could also say, I had a nice chat. You could also use it as a noun. For example, my dad chatted with the taxi driver about sports. Yeah, the main thing about chatting is it's always a short, casual conversation, usually not about anything really important or serious.
The weather,
something
your dog,
kind of
the
fun
weekend.
and enjoyable for everyone. All right, we'll take a break and then we'll be back with another way to introduce yourself. I don't have fleas either.
I don't have fleas either.
That's good.
Let's chat about something else.
Okay. Can I scratch though?
No.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。在第3段对话里面 ，Melanie 在电梯里面巧遇 Amanda， 他们应该是大概知道彼此是谁，但可能没有私下聊过天，所以 Melanie 一开口就说：“嗨，你是 Amanda 对吗？我有看过你，你是新来的业务代表吧？”那么 Amanda 也知道对方的名字是 Melanie， 于是他就问 Melanie 周末过得如何。好，那么 Melanie 她怎么回答呢？她不会说哦还好一般般，她有仔细的讲说她去冲浪啊，有去打扫房子，还有带狗狗去看兽医。那除了兽医这个部分呢，其他周末活动听起来都很棒。于是 Amanda 就关心起狗狗的状况。原来呢，就只是跳蚤问题，没有什么大碍。那么接着 Melanie 反问 Amanda 周末过得如何？她回说还不错，她就是待在家里面放松，搞不好整天就是坐在沙发上面追剧。所以 Mike 老师他刚刚用到 binge watch 这个动词 ，binge 连字号 watch。好，这个动词可以用来表达没有节制的看，狂看。其中的 binge 就有那种放纵、没有节制的意思，所以我们常常就会用 binge watch 来表达追剧、刷剧的那种行为。再来看单字 representative。representative 它表示代表，那这个字很长嘛，常常被简称为 rep。文中的 sales representative 就可以说 sales rep 表示业务代表。好，业务代表就是要代表公司去跟客户谈生意呀。老师们就用到 on behalf of 什么什么来表达代表什么，或是以什么利益为考量。那么 behalf 是拼作 behalf，on behalf of。好，再看下一个单字 chat， 它可以当动词或名词来表达聊天、闲聊。那这个段落有2个文法重点，我们就进入文法时间。 大家好，我是时尚界的女神 Fanny， 有没有想我？我们来看今天文法重点咯。第一个是 run into， 它可以指撞到了，像是 the car ran into a tree， 不是说那辆车跑进树里面，而是说那辆车撞到树了。另外，我们也常常用 run into somebody 来表达说巧遇某人跟某人不期而遇，像是 he ran into an old friend at the supermarket， 他在超市撞到一个老朋友啊，不是啦，不是说用手推车撞他，我们这句话是说他在超市碰巧遇见一位老朋友。第二个重点是 aside from， 它是片语介系词，后面要接名词或动名词，它可以表达两种语义哦。第一种是说除了什么什么以外还怎么样，这表示后面的人事物是有包括在内的，意思就跟 besides 或是 in addition to 相同。举例来说 aside from jogging, he also likes swimming， 除了慢跑之外，他还喜欢游泳。第二种表达的语义是除了什么什么以外就没有怎么样了，这表示后面的人事物不包括在内，这时候意思就跟 except for 相同。举例来说 aside from Emma，all of the students failed the math test。 除了 Emma 之外，其他所有的学生数学考试都考不及格了。帮 Emma 拍拍手。好，那我们文法就讲到这边咯，待会见。
Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Melanie.
How do you know Paulette, Melanie?
We were classmates in college. How about you?
We were coworkers at InGen. She was like a big sister for all of us younger engineers. What do you do?
I'm a data scientist for a government agency.
A government agency? Like the CIA?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. I work for the Environmental Protection Agency.
Welcome back, and now we're going to talk about another way to start a conversation, which is introducing yourself. So in today's article, we have Tom and Melanie are at a birthday party.
The classic party situation. Yeah, that's a good time to practice your small talk, right? You'll be meeting lots of new people, and so you will have to maybe chat with people you don't know so well. So Tom begins by saying, "Hi, I'm Tom." That's a fine way to begin a conversation.
Of course.
Just walk over, maybe reach out your hand or put out your elbow, right? Because, you know, we want to be careful these days. But basically say hi, hello, and then say your name. Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Tom.
Melanie says, I'm Melanie.
That's a good answer. So now they know each other's name. Tom goes to the classic question at a party. How do you know Paulette? Melanie. Paulette is the person whose party it is. A birthday party, probably something like that. And he wants to know, you're here, I'm here. How do you know this person who we are here for? How do you know Paulette? What is your relationship?
What's the story? So Melanie says, we were classmates in college. How about you? Okay, so they went to college together. Now that's university, where you go after high school for 3 or 4 years, depending on where you are. Janet has already applied to several colleges. Janet wants to go to different places, maybe some in America, some in Taiwan. But anyway, that is how they know each other. That's how Melanie knows Paulette. What about Tom?
Well, Tom, he tells Melanie, we were co-workers at InGen.
Company.
Right. So yeah, Melanie and Paulette were old classmates. Tom and Paulette were co-workers at InGen. That's the name of the company that they worked at together. She was like a big sister for all of us younger engineers. Oh, that's kind of nice. So I guess he was hired after Paulette already worked there, and she was kind of a mentor, someone who kind of showed him the job and helped him with questions and gave him guidance and leadership like a big sister would. What do you do? Tom then asks Melanie. So, you know about my job. I'm an engineer. How about you? What is your job, or what do you do?
Ooh, Melanie says, I'm a data scientist for a government agency.
A data scientist or data
Secret
scientist.
job.
That is a weird, I wouldn't know what that job is. And a government agency, that's like some part of the government. But when we use that word agency, we think of not sort of like the tax department or something boring, something a little bit more exciting. And that's
secretive.
Kind of what Tom is thinking. He says, a government agency? Like the CIA? Good guess, because CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. It's in the title, but it could just be a part of the government. Maybe not the spies, who is what Tom is thinking.
But of course, Melanie's like, oh, well, let me go with this conversation. She says, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. I work for the Environmental Protection Agency.
Ah, the EPA, not the CIA. Yeah, so that was a little joke. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you, like a spy would or something like that. But no, she helps the environment. It's that department or agency. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. Protection, this noun just means keeping things safe. That's what protection is. You use an umbrella to give yourself protection from rain. You put on a seatbelt, and the seatbelt will give you protection if you're in a car accident or something like that. So when we want to keep things safe and stop bad things from happening, we think about protection or defense or something like that. For example, a new law was passed that deals with the protection of animals.
Yes, which is super important.
That is important, and that might actually be another agency or department in the government. The EPA, they'll keep the water clean and the earth clean and the air clean. They'll stop pollution and stuff like that. So there you go, a nice way to meet people at a party, talk about your job, talk about your work, and talk about how you know the person who is hosting the party.
Yes.
I think we have some really good, useful, and simple ways to begin conversations from the last 2 days.
Yes.
All right, guys, so go out there, be bold, be brave, start conversations, make friends, have fun, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you all back here very, very soon. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
在第4段对话里面 ，Tom 跟 Melanie 在生日派对上面遇到，这时候最好的话题当然就是问说对方怎么会认识派对主角咯。所以他们先自我介绍完之后，就问彼此是怎么认识 Paulette。原来 Melanie 跟 Paulette 是大学同学，然后 Tom 跟他呢则是同事。Tom 就说 Paulette 在他们那一群年轻工程师当中，就好像是大姐姐一样。Mike 老师这时候说。Paulette 的角色可能就像是 mentor 一样 ，mentor 这个字可以表达指导者、精神导师或者是亦师亦友的人。好，那么接着 Tom 就问起 Melanie 的工作。Melanie 是在政府部门工作的这个数据科学家，她在政府单位的某个局工作，听起来是不是很神秘？该不会是 CIA 中央情报局吧？Melanie 开玩笑说，讲了就得杀对方灭口。不过呢，他是开玩笑，他只是在这个环保署上班啦。我们来看2个单字 ，college 表示大学，那么 protection 是保护，我们用 Environmental Protection Agency 来表达环境保护署，就是环保署。刚刚 Rainbow 老师他用到 secretive 这个字 ，secret 后面加上 ive 来构成这个形容词，就可以表达神秘的、深藏不露的。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, it's Amanda, right? I've seen you around. You're the new sales representative.
Yeah, and your name's Melanie. How was your weekend?
It was good. I went surfing with my classmates and cleaned up my house. Oh, and I took my dog to the vet.
That's great. Aside from the vet part, is your dog okay?
Yeah, it was nothing serious. He has fleas. How about you?
I don't have fleas.
I mean, how was your weekend?
It was good. I just relaxed at home.
This is me. Nice chatting with you.
You too.
Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Melanie.
How do you know Paulette, Melanie?
We were classmates in college. How about you?
We were coworkers at InGen. She was like a big sister for all of us younger engineers. What do you do?
I'm a data scientist for a government agency.
A government agency? Like the CIA?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. I work for the Environmental Protection Agency.
The Suites Taitung is located downtown on the city's Green Lane. It was designed by the architect behind Taitung University's famous library. Its bold Nordic style stands out in the urban setting. The building brings an international flavor to Taiwan's east coast. The unique, uneven lines on the exterior catch one's eye. The design's focus on nature is reflected in every detail. The second-floor lobby overlooks beautiful Taitung City. Rooms offer fantastic views of the mountains and ocean. Ample outdoor spaces on every floor allow guests to appreciate the scenery. The hotel features a gourmet restaurant, a self-service cafe, complimentary bike rentals, an exercise room, and free shuttles. The Suites Taitung blends nature with modern style in the heart of the city.
See you next time!